And welcome everyone back to another tier list. I'm here with Julian, and today we are going to be ranking the possibility of characters' deaths in Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2. As you all know, all are aware of, Stranger Things is split into two series or two volumes, and we're going to be ranking the likelihood of the deaths in Volume 2. So we got 5 different areas of ranking. So we got just there. So pretty much just there is basically, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as just someone who's probably not part of like the major story, but just kind of just there. Like you don't really care about him, I guess, if you want to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly what it says. Alive and thriving, obviously, they're just living their life in Hawkins, in California, in Russia, wherever they are. They're just living their lives as best as possibly they can.
And probably the least
Could
likely to die.
Yeah, least likely to die. Could die, but unlikely. So we thought these people would be in the most trouble, but probably unlikely to die. But you never know. Um, we got possibly dead for the second one at the top. So obviously we think these people are not 100% confirmed. We think they're gonna die, but potentially could bite it this season. We don't know. And then finally, we got so incredibly dead where we 100% think that this person is not making it out of volume 2 of season 4 of Stranger Things. We're going to slowly reveal each one as they go. So starting from the bottom, we're going to reveal everyone we put in there and go up from there. So I hope you enjoy the video and tune into our tier list. All right, so just there. So we got 5 characters in this batch of characters. So we've got Angela from California. I think her story has come to an end in the first volume. I don't think she will be anywhere near volume 2 at all, so I don't think she will be dying. Lieutenant Sullivan, I think maybe has a bigger role later on, maybe season 5, but I don't think he'll be major enough yet to die, so I think he's just there. Karen Wheeler, again, I don't think anything major is going to happen with her. I could be completely wrong, but I think she's just going to be there. Susie, Dustin's girlfriend, once again, I don't see how she gets involved at the end. There's been no photos of her anywhere near the other characters, so I think she's just there to be part of the story as well. Very minimal, so obviously just there as well. And then finally on that list we got Yuri. He's an interesting case. We had a bit of a discussion where we thought he might go, but I think he might be just there and not actually have a major part in the ending of the volume 2 of Stranger Things.
All right, now we head on to Alive and Thriving. We have Argyle in there. So this is also like the people we don't think have a greater chance of surviving Volume 2, and Argyle's someone we think will be alive at the end of Volume 2. Also, we have Dustin. Don't see him going in Season 4. We also have Erica as well. Then we head off to 3 people from Russia in a row. We have Hopper, Joyce, and Murray. I don't see any of them any of them dying in season 4 volume 2, mainly because they gave us the Hopper fake out in season 3. I don't think they'll just do Hopper again. And then finally Robin, I think she will be alive at the end of volume 2 as well.
Now we're getting to a bit more of the nitty gritty area of this tier list. Could die, but we think is unlikely to actually die. So we've got L or 11. I could see it happening, but I could also see it being a bit of a fake out, maybe like they did in season 1. That's my opinion on it. I don't think she could, but it's very slim. Lucas, just based off the trailers and what I've seen, he does look like he gets in a bit of trouble. Not sure if it's from Vecna or from someone else, but I just generally think he could be in trouble as one of the characters, but very slim, I reckon. Max as well. Looking at Max in season 4, she's definitely got a lot of stuff happening with her. Potential deaths here and there, but I think there's been far too many teasers of Max's death that it would be quite surprising if they actually did pull the trigger on it. So I think it's pretty unlikely, but could possibly happen. Nancy, obviously, the end of season one or volume one, sorry, put her in the Vecna's trance. But as we saw through trailers and photos as well, she is alive and well, but still could possibly die, but I think unlikely. And this one's probably a bit of a controversial one from both of us, don't you reckon?
Yeah, very controversial.
This last one.
Yep,
As
definitely.
controversial as in like everyone probably wants this and is probably happy that this person is this far in the middle. But Steve Harrington, I do not see dying potentially. I think it's very unlikely. I'd be shocked. I
Me
think
too.
again yeah, he's had a very few like moments even in one, two, and three of nearly dying. Doesn't actually die. And season four definitely in volume one had those moments as well. I just generally think that they could do it, but I don't think they actually would. So I think that is a strong list for could die, but very unlikely.
Okay, heading now to the second top tier, which is possibly dead. Starting with Dr. Owens. I'm going to be honest, I actually completely forgot that he was in season three at the end, and I just completely went blank. I thought he died in season two at the end. I don't know why I just forgot about that, but I think in season four, volume two, I don't think. I think there's a high chance that he doesn't make it out. Going on now to Enzo. I think someone, unfortunately, from the Russia group has to die to, I think, the Demogorgon. And I think it's going to be Enzo. Now heading into probably a very new fan favorite character, Eddie. Um, Stranger Things have a thing where they seem to kill a lot of fan favorite characters that are introduced into the season, and the guitar scene with Eddie. I don't know. I just every time I see it, I'm like, I feel like that's his last moment. I don't know. I don't know if you get the same feeling.
Yeah. It's I think the only thing saving it is that Dustin's there with him.
Mm,
So, but I don't know. It's very hard to tell. He's definitely on the cusp of like could be dying.
yeah, wouldn't want it. But now we move on to Jonathan. Um, I don't. There's something about Jonathan. I think that his story's kind of. I don't know. It's not ending. It just feels it's not going anywhere. And
There's a few. The next few I think we're
yeah,
about to mention are all kind of in the same boat.
yeah, they're all kind of in this same like not like a limbo, but they're just kind of just there. They're kind of there, but like they need something to happen for them. And I feel like Jonathan, if he dies, it will affect some of the characters, but it won't affect the story that much. If that makes sense. Um, Moving on now to Mike. I think there's a high chance that he will die this season, and mainly because of the person who else is in this tier, and that's Will. I think the little love triangle that I have there with Will, Mike, and 11. I think one of Will or Mike will die, and then that'll be like the sort of like the reveal that that he has feelings for him. I guess that's what I think personally.
It's a strong theory.
Mm,
It's definitely built around. It's just more. I think the painting and the way Mike treats Eleven in season four and how like Mike treats Will. It's all I think culminating to something.
yeah,
And finally, so incredibly dead. I mean, I think yeah, it's it's a weird mix of people
it
actually.
is now looking at it.
Yeah. So Brenner, we just generally decided that you know, I think he has to. I don't think he's gonna die in a bad way. I think he's gonna die in a heroic way, maybe.
Mm, that's what I was thinking.
But I definitely do think that you can't keep doing the Papa thing again. He probably doesn't really serve a purpose that much anymore.
Mm.
So he's probably gonna bite the dust. Jason. Yeah, I just generally think the cult obsessed basketball jock, uh, crowd speaking, preaching. I think it's going to get him killed in the end. I think he's going to, like, I think the photos showed him in the Krill house anyway, so I think he's going to get himself in a lot of danger. And I think he's going to die there. I think he's pretty much, I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to have he's going to be blind to everything and then obviously going to be shown to it all, but unfortunately die. And then finally, Vecna. This one he could be both. He could possibly die or so
You
incredibly
see
dead.
him
Depends how you
surviving
look
into the
at it.
next season.
But the way Stranger Things goes, I think they just kill the big bad anyway every season. So naturally, we would think that Vecna is the one who's going to die. So that's why we put Vecna in Incredibly Dead. But that is the end of our, I guess, ranking of who we think's going to die and the order, I guess, that we were going to have them in. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Obviously, I would like to see how this turns out after watching Stranger Things Volume 2. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching this video. And tune into anything else we've got going on the channel, and tune into Stranger Things Volume 2 as well. Thank you and goodbye.